Hi, I hope that you have all had a great Easter and that I know many of you are hopefully having a nice spring break and getting some relaxing in and have things submitted to TaskStream and the end is in sight for many of you as you head towards graduation and licensure, and I'm excited for you. I am going to combine weeks 11 and 12 today because I have some case study work for week 12 that I'm going to let you choose whether or not you would like to work in a group or work as individuals based on your feedback for the course at the midterm. I'm going to let you choose. I've done a few things differently. One, I'm going to let you sign up for your own groups. Two, I'm going to let you choose whether or not you want to work as a part of a group or if you'd rather work as an individual. And three, excuse me, I'm going to tell you about it a little bit ahead of time so that you have a longer amount of time to get into your groups and get organized before being required to submit group work. Okay, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let me start by showing you that you have a new assignment calendar uploaded for, it's noted with today's date and includes information for both weeks 11 and 12. If we open that assignment calendar, you can see that I had already told you to be ready to have your, let me just shut this, ready to have your administrator interview complete and ready to post information on that administrator interview for the purposes of comparative analysis. And so what I've done for week 11 discussion boards is I've organized some of the questions from that interview protocol into themes that I'm going to ask you to summarize some of the information from your interview into those themes. Let me show you what I mean. Again, we can go to the discussion board directly from clicking discussion here or through course modules. I'm just going to go through the discussion board. We're in module 6, human resources, and week 11. All of these discussion boards this week are based on your administrator interview, and it's going to be simply grouping the information, synthesizing it in a way to address these themes. The first theme that I have is readings, organizations, and resources. And what I'd like for you to do for this post is summarize what you learned from your administrator interview in terms of questions 2, 3, and 10. Those questions focused on professional readings, organizations, and online resources that your respondent recommends for administrator use. So my thought is that you'll be able to refer back to this thread as you think about what professional texts you might want to read or organizations you might want to join. They'll all be in one place. Everybody's responses will be together in one spot, and you can go back to refer to this as a useful resource. The next theme that I identified was reality check. For this post, I'd like for you to summarize what you learned from your administrator interview in terms of questions 6, 7, and 12. What are some of the realities of the position that your respondent shared with you? Okay, in terms of the next one, getting hired. Summarize what you learned from your administrator interview in terms of question 13. What should you keep in mind when working to obtain a position as administrator? For human resource management, summarize what you learned from your administrator interview in terms of questions 9 and 11. What ideas for managing and empowering human resources were shared? This one has a particular connection too to the human resource leadership standard that we're focusing on for this module. You may also want to incorporate some of the information from your reading this week. The reading includes looking on your North Carolina School Executive instrument and reading Standard 4, Human Resource Leadership. You may want to combine some of that information with what your administrator told you to think about how to manage and empower human resources. And finally, additional information. What other information did you gain from your interview that you would like to share? You might want to consider sharing with us what you found out when you asked your bonus question, or any other interesting information that was in the interview that I haven't captured within a theme that others may benefit from. When you respond to these questions, please do not just list questions and answers, as in question 2, my respondent said this, this, and this. I don't want these to be list-like in their responses. Now, of course, for the first question, it does make sense for it to be more list-like. Readings, organizations, and resources, I am fine with you just listing what they said. And if they said any particular reasons, that would be great to share as well. For the other ones, try and think about how you can synthesize the information to make it more readable and a summary of what you learned rather than a question and a direct answer kind of format. Okay, so that is week 11. All of those postings are due by April 8th at midnight. So let's talk about week 12, information that is due by April 15th at midnight. You have some reading, reviewing HERC Chapter 14, focusing on the Achieve model of performance management. There are some teaching videos to view, some other reading in the custom text. There are case studies in the custom text. And then I have a posting in your additional resources file or resource materials file on retention strategies, and it's number 5 in your resources. So let's look at your discussion board questions to see how you're going to utilize those resources to respond to discussion board questions for this week. The first discussion board question for the week focuses on teacher evaluation. Go to this site and select a short, they're about 4 to 6 minutes long, teaching video to view. The teaching videos begin with video number 5 and go to the end of the page. And then I'd like you to describe in your post briefly which video you selected and how you would describe points of the lesson using the North Carolina evaluation tool. So the tool that we use to evaluate teachers, how would you give feedback to the teacher that you observed using that tool? So let me just show you quickly. This site, remember I said it starts with video number. Sorry, waiting for it to load. If we scroll down, you'll see there are high school teaching videos, middle school teaching videos, elementary teaching videos, classroom informal or walkthrough example, classroom observations. All of these videos, starting with the 5th one and all the way to the end of the page, you may choose to view. And then if you've got your North Carolina evaluation tool handy, and there's a link to it right there, you're going to watch the video and then talk about how you would provide feedback to the teacher based on this instrument. Okay. Your next task focuses on the supervisory behavior continuum that can be found on pages 108 and 109 in your custom text. And thinking about the range of supervisor behaviors possible when you're trying to help all of your employees reach their development potential. You may either sign up with a group to complete one of the case studies that can be found on pages 131 through 140, or you may complete this as an individual. I will let you choose. To sign up with a group to complete a case study, you click on this Groups button here, and then this is Module 6, View a Sign-Up Sheet to join a group, and you can sign up for case study number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4. So you select the case study you want to read and respond to, and then sign up. You'll be able to see who else is in your group and how to communicate with them when you sign up. And if you choose a case study that nobody else wants to be in, you're on your own, or you can try and recruit somebody to work with you. Okay, so if we go back to the discussion board, you're going to, read that case study, and then your discussion of the case study should include diagnosing the teacher's skill and readiness and then determining the supervisor's approach. Again, in my effort to attend to the feedback that you provided in your midterm course evaluation, I'm structuring this a little bit differently. I'm letting you sign up for a group with others. I'm giving you a little bit more time to know that you've got a group task ahead, and I'm letting you choose whether or not you complete this task as an individual or with someone else. Okay, and then our final discussion question for this week is an individual reflection. Review the recommended retention strategies in Blackboard and describe a scenario in which a strong teacher left to work elsewhere. What might have been done in this scenario to retain this employee? So think about a time when a strong teacher left to work elsewhere and using the recommended retention strategies that can be found there, number 5 in your Module 6 content. What could have been done to retain the employee? So just to show you that in your course content, if you go to Module 6, you'll see it here, number 5, retention strategies. Okay, I think that is all the information that I have for you today. I will say there is information about the CILD Summer Conference in your announcements. That conference is open to master's degree students for a charge of $49.95. You can go to this site and see what the conference consists of. And I would say that if you're interested in perhaps pursuing your EDS or doctorate degree here at Gardner-Webb, that this conference would be a great thing for you to attend. Please continue to contact me with questions or concerns, and I look forward to reading your responses this week. Thank you. Bye.